Morning, everyone, and welcome to Intermodal 101. If you have decided to get into the intermodal industry or you are struggling with this job, I'm going to give you a basic pre-trip inspection lesson. So, when you hook to one of these trailers, just a quick tip for you, when you're pulling into whatever rail yard, if you can see these, like over here at the CSX where I'm at, I can drive up on the pad where I just dropped my load at, and I can see some of the trailers have the doors closed. I often go to the trailers that have the door closed because it means most of the time that nobody has been in the trailer. So that's how I picked this one, and we are going to run with it. I have half-assed looked at it already, but we are going to do a basic pre-trip inspection and an industry standard. It doesn't matter if you drive for Schneider, Swift, Werner, Prime, any of them, JB Hunt, it doesn't matter. The containers are basically the same. They are secured the same. A lot of them are on these type of rail chassis anyways. The premise is the same. You have push pins on the front. They even have them for the 40 footers right there. You can see the push pins on the front. I don't know. I'll walk by one of these chassis, and I parked here for a reason so you guys can see that they're basically no difference. Just the length of the trailer is basically the only difference. So that being said, let's get on with it. When you're doing a pre-trip, you want your lights on and your four-ways on. Of course, you want to hook your airlines up, your pigtail. Bam, right off the bat. You can see that the inspection is good. You can see your front pin and the keeper is there. I am not going to zip tie it yet, okay? Because we are not that far yet. Now, if we were hooking up to a load, yes, I would be looking up and down this thing for cuts and all that. But with these empties, honestly, I don't even bother. I don't even bother looking at that because I'll be able to tell more when I get up in the trailer. So here we are looking at the chassis. We want to make sure that our landing gear isn't bent. None of the braces are broken. The brackets that hold it on. The cross member, we want to make sure that that's not bent. Because if you're dropping it at a specific customer and that brace is bent or any of the landing legs are slightly bent, it doesn't matter. They will not take it. I make sure that the slider works because most of the customers that you go to now, they want your tandem slid to the side. The slider does work. You can see it going in and out. That's all you need to do. As long as the brakes work and the slider works, you can slide your tandems. So here we are to the wheels. You get your lug nuts. Make sure they're all there. Make sure there's no oil or grease. A bunch of excessive oil and grease around the rim, because if you know that if you burn that hub up with no oil or lack of grease, that it will burn the hub up. You need to look at your stacking posts. Make sure that these aren't cracked, because at certain rails, they have gate attendants, and they will not take these trailers. They will reject them and make you have it repaired, even though it was not your fault that a stacking post weld cracked. I don't understand that, but it's not fair. It's crap. But anyways, make sure your welds are good, and I will put pictures of cracked stacking posts that some places will reject. You need to look at your ICC bumper. This is okay. It is slightly bent, but even when you slide it all the way back, it is not going to hurt anything. It has been repaired. We are good. The pin is there. All my lights are working. My ABS light is not on. It should be good. My lock rods aren't bent. My claws for the doors, for the door latches are good. No placards on the trailer. You want to make sure that both doors open and close. Both doors open and close. Now, this is a crucial step. You need to get inside the trailer. If you cannot get inside the trailer, well, then you shouldn't do this job. So, what we're looking for is daylight. You're looking for cuts. And side, it's been raining today. You want to look for water on the floor because some of these trailers will rust through and they'll be dripping on the floor. Don't take them. Looking for daylight in the side. They have welded these cuts up here. It's not a big deal. Trailer's perfectly fine to take like that. Looking for cuts in the nose, in the floor. Sometimes the forklifts will put a hole through the front. Don't take them if they got them, or if you got something to patch it, patch it. So far, so good. Now, you want to look for holes in the floor. Make sure that there are no holes in the floor. You can't do anything about the seams between the wood, but we're looking for holes in the floor. Forklifts can go through these floors and damage them if they're old and brittle. It happens all the time. I close my door slightly just to make sure. As you can see, my glasses would pick up any light. We don't see any daylight. So the inside of this trailer is good to go. Now, we are dropping it at a customer that requires these tiebacks. They will reject this trailer if it does not have these tieback hooks on there. So make sure those are good. But we want to look for our mud flaps. Make sure they're both there. These bumpers, and they're all tore up. Back here, tieback hook. Stacking post is good. Tires. No excessive grease on the rims. All the lug nuts are there. The door seal's good. Alrighty. Everything's looking good so far. Is the light working? Yep. Now, when you're looking at your tires, after you check them, you need to make sure you're looking for flat spots. Everybody knows what flat spots are. You take this out of the rail with flat spots. Number one, DOTs might mess with you if you get pulled over. Number two, when you check back in the rail, they're probably going to write it up depending on which rail you go to. Again, we're back to our landing gear. Make sure your brackets are all attached, not cracked, because a lot of them, they'll crack right here. You can't take it if it's like that, if you're dropping it at certain customers. I wouldn't take it personally because it takes away the structural integrity of the chassis if it's loaded. It could collapse. Doesn't happen often, but I've seen it. This stuff right here, this is just cosmetic. No big deal. All these dents and scratches, there's nothing. You need to make sure again, your stacking posts are all welded. Some of them crack right here. Some of them crack right here. This stuff is just cosmetic. You don't need to worry about that. You make sure your sand shoes are good. Let's go up here to the front, see if this pin will lock in. If it's not, we will address it. We are good to go. So now, what I'm going to do is, since everything seems to be in good working order so far, I'm going to zip tie this trailer, or this front pin, I should say. What you want to do is you want to zip tie this keeper down so it holds the pin in place. You don't want to zip tie it up. I don't know who teaches people to zip tie the keepers up, but don't do that. That defeats the purpose. So now, what we are going to do is we are going to pull up about 3 or 4 feet. And we are also going to check our brakes at the same time. And for whoever makes trucks without this trailer brake handle, it's the dumbest idea ever. So we should be good to go. We're going to go ahead and pull up, make sure the brakes work. The brakes work. Now, we are going to go ahead and zip tie this. This may backfire on me, but I doubt it. But we're going to go ahead and zip tie it. Again, zip tie the keepers down. It's supposed to hold the pin in. If you zip tie the thing up, what's that do? Nothing. It makes the pin it'll let the pin go out. If you get caught with them unlocked, you'll get pulled over and put out of service. We're going to go back here to our tires again. We are looking for flat spots. You don't see any flat spots, no bald tires, good to go. No flat spots. No flat spots. We are good to go. Now we are going to zip tie the back. And that is a pre-trip. It doesn't matter what color or brand the box is. It doesn't matter what company you work for. It doesn't matter if it's a reefer unit. It doesn't matter any of it. If it is a 40-foot through a 53-foot container, the pre-trip is basically the same. And to prove my point, the only difference between the 20s and the 40 through 53-foot trailers is the front pins. The 20s have twist locks on the front too. This is a 40 right here. Guess what? It's got a pin. It's got a push pin. This is how it works. This is what locks in the fronts. It's a good example of how these containers work. It's a push pin. This trailer is a piece of junk, but it still has a pin on it, and that's how you secure the front. So, that being, here's another 40-footer. This is a different style of pin. Still a push pin. Still the same exact thing. Okay? So, now we are going to crank our landing gear up, and that, my friends, is our basic pre-trip. And again, if you cannot get up in the trailer, then you cannot do this job. I'm sorry, you just can't. Just this week, there's been a lot of things happening where guys have taken trailers 2 hours away from our terminal, and they got 2 and 3 holes in the floor of the trailer, and it's costing the guy money because, number one, he's either going to have to A, go to the store, buy some metal panels to fix the floor, or he's going to have to go out there to wherever the trailer is and bring it back for free and take out another one. So, again, make sure you get in the trailer and check the floor out and check the side for cuts. The best way to do that, if you're looking for cuts and holes in the side of the trailer when it's a load, all you can do is check the outside as best you can. But with these empties, you must get in the trailer and check the floor. A lot of these containers are, I'm sorry, they are pieces of junk. And it's our job. I know you're going to say, well, that ain't my job. Yes, it is. It is our job as the driver to make sure that the trailer is good enough to take to a customer. If a trailer has a hole in it, the customer is not going to load it. So, anyways, we're going to conclude this video. And that is an industry standard. It doesn't matter who you work for. I don't care if you work for Swift, JB Hunt, Skyline, or anybody in my area. RoadLink, it doesn't matter. That is the industry standard. So, that being said, you guys have a good day, and I will talk at you guys later.